My name is Rasha and I'm a nutritionist and a photographer. I'm working on a film called The Growing Food Project. I live in Fitzroy here in Melbourne. I'm a very visual person, and the way that I like to think about the world or think about certain issues has always come with me looking through a lens or just being an observer of what's around me, and that's always been something that I've experienced from a really young age. I'm Palestinian. My family, we travelled around a lot of places. I grew up mainly between Amman in Jordan and Melbourne. I guess travelling around from such a young age has made my idea of home really abstract in a way. Did a master's in public health, and that was a really interesting space for me where I could combine my creative practice and photography and also my passion for health and well-being. Photography has always been a creative outlet, but also a form of research, if you like, or a way to learn more about something. The Growing Food Project was inspired by the community I live and work with, and seeing the kind of magic that comes from local food projects and the local food movement that I'm experiencing in Melbourne. And there's a groundswell of projects that are happening in very different shapes and sizes and forms, which is really exciting. The reason I wanted to start documenting that, they were really low profile and a lot of people didn't know that they existed, and I guess there are huge concerns around climate change and living in a broken food system and our own health and the health of the environment, that we often don't hear the practical solutions that communities are doing to, I guess, tackle some of the world's biggest problems. And I found that really inspiring, and I wanted to share that more widely. Originally, I wanted to have a photo essay, but I felt that I wanted to give more voice to the other activists that are going to be featured and allow for a bigger conversation to be had than just the perspective of a photographer and, I guess, my own subjective sort of stamp on it, if you like. And it's a very new space for me to work in with film. I haven't really done that before, so it's been really fun and also really challenging. With the Growing Food Project, the really sort of personal and what I hold really close to my heart is this view of Melbourne and this experience of Melbourne that I have, and this community that I found and this home that I found in Melbourne. While all these really big themes and big issues are being addressed in the film, on a personal level, this is my community, and it feels like a little village. Melbourne is a really good example of that, and that's what really resonates with me. Food has always been a big part of my family life. Everything from parents cooking, and Dad has always gardened, and this idea of home come with certain smells and tastes and beautiful meals shared with people that you love. And that's something that's always come with me wherever I've lived and anywhere that I've travelled. So while we live our lives stuck in the intellectual and doing lots of head work, I feel like it's important to come back into our bodies and into this more sensory experience. I'd really like to keep combining my health work and practice with my creative practice. For me, it works really well. It sort of nourishes my creativity and also what interests me in the way that I view the world.
If you want to show us your support, subscribe to the Being Here YouTube channel. It actually makes a big difference for us. Thanks.